Hello, my name is Elijah Ian Dubon. I am 17 years old and I'm currently attending Venice High School. During my junior year of Venice High School, I had an interest to find out where I came from. So, instead of going online, I asked the best source possible, my grandmother. My grandmother told me stories about this little town in Jobito where she lived. She then told me about this school that she attended called Rural Mixo Aldeo Alavedos. She told me that this school was very poor. She was taught in one room with a cold, dirty floor and two amazing teachers. My grandmother continued to talk about how I am of Xinca heritage. Xinca? What is a Xinca? Well, a Xinca are people of non-Mayan indigenous people who live in southern Guatemala. I realized that I knew nothing of my heritage. Going to school, I found kids like me who are interested in learning about their heritage but had no knowledge of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have made history at Venice High School by creating the very first Native Heritage Club. The club was for those interested in studying about their backgrounds, cultures, and heritage. But I realized that teaching it ourselves wasn't enough. Action was also needed to aid our distant cousins. So we must use education and our knowledge to better the world.
What can I tell you, kid? You're right. When you're right, you're right. When you're right.
So I came up with the idea and decided to help this school where my grandmother went. With the help of my grandmother, I was able to contact one of the teachers of Ruin Mixa Alavedos. The teacher's name was Miss Vasquez. She told me all about the school, and she sent pictures of the school and told me all about their students and new staff. They had 4 buildings with only 2 bathrooms and a total of 130 kids. The grade level average was kindergarten to 6th grade. This shows that a lot has changed from when my grandmother went, although at the same time was suffering from lack of resources. The teacher listed the things needed, like functioning toilets, computers, printers, a cooktop, a fridge, and basic school supplies. So, using my resources and my knowledge, I created a GoFundMe page to help gather the resources needed. I was able to fund $3,950 from the GoFundMe page. The club helped as well with spreading and promoting the school's needs by attending fundraisers and posting social media posts and posters. But the gold mine was the Argonaut Newspaper. Writing and sharing about my project and how it all came together. Outside of the school, I reached out to several stores like Staples, Best Buy, Target, and Walmart by writing several business letters and writing and sending emails. After many weeks of promoting and waiting and creating fundraisers and emails, I finally was able to buy all the items needed for this school. We had a total of $15,000 from the GoFundMe page, the stores, and many fundraisers. But the more I thought about it, I felt like I should have gone to Guatemala and delivered the items in person myself. So, during my senior year Thanksgiving break, I did go to El Jobito, Guatemala. With the help of my family, we created bags and organized all the items to make sure it was there and ready for the kids. Half of the items were bought at Guatemala, like the fridge, the cooktop, and some computers. With the help of my family and my uncle, we also rented a truck to help carry the fridge, cooktop, and the rest of the items. When driving, it took about 3 hours to the town. It's a poor town, with kids at the age of 7 already working in farms. Once we got there, I started to become a little nervous. But once I stepped through that gate, I was greeted with so much love and gratefulness. all the students and teachers and parents were there, including the mayor of the town. They fed me with local foods like tamales, soup, and tons of other cultural foods. And let me tell you, it was delicious. They had a ceremony where I discovered that Guatemala had the longest national anthem. Yeah, it felt like hours there. They gave us awards showing their gratefulness and gratitude. During the ceremony, the mayor promised the school and myself that they will build and rewire the school, and including the plumbing system for the bathrooms. And I'll be contacting the mayor next month, January, to see how construction is going. After the lovely food and ceremony, we got to work with moving all the items, like the fridge and the cooktop, which were the hardest part moving, and of course the computers and printers. After we're done with moving everything and setting things where they had to be, the kids invited me to play soccer with them. And let me tell you, I got destroyed in that soccer game. But fun. And I enjoyed my time in Jobito, Guatemala. Seeing all the families and teachers and students smiling and enjoying and knowing that tomorrow will be a brighter day for them. Thank you.
That's all, folks.